Today on the Tiger Lacrosse Report, we'll preview the Tigers game against Ohio State. Get ready, Tiger fans. The Tiger Lacrosse Report begins now.
For an athlete, there's nothing scarier than a torn ACL.
Athletes trust us with their care and their careers because we're a recognized leader in sports medicine.
Get back to your active life sooner with MedStar Sports Medicine.
Wise Market's ice cream plant is based in Sunbury, Pennsylvania, and it's locally owned and operated. We've been making our ice cream for nearly 50 years. We create roughly 70 flavors of ice cream right now. We use local ingredients, especially our cream, which is from our milk plant. The cream is what gives our ice cream a rich and creamy texture. Now, together with our customers, we've created a product called Peanut Butter Indulgence, which will be coming out this summer. It's a peanut butter ice cream with sea salt caramel swirl and chocolate-covered pretzel. How could you go wrong with that? Personally, I love our ice cream. If you come to our house at any given time, you'll find at least 5 packets of ice cream in our freezer. Our kids grew up eating Wise quality ice cream, and now we get to treat our grandchildren to it. It's been a pleasure for me to be tasting ice cream for over 40 years for Wise Markets, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Tiger Lacrosse Report. I'm your host, Spiro Morekas. The Tigers will play host to the Ohio State Buckeyes on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. As always, I'm joined by the head coach of the Tigers, Shawn Nadelen. And Coach, you have a stretch there, Hopkins, Ohio State, and then a week off, Denver. Who puts this schedule together?
I don't know, but I'm going to, when I get that guy, I'm going to put him in a bag and send him away. I do. I put it together, and, I'm excited about it. I know our team's excited about it. I wouldn't have liked to have had the bye weekend, but we couldn't find a team to kind of fill that void. It was supposed to be a return trip to Furman from last year, but due to scheduling on their side, couldn't make it happen. So again, we're excited. Obviously the Saturday Hopkins, Tuesday Ohio State is a tough back-to-back, but when you get into tournament play, you got to play, the CAA semifinal on Thursday and the championship game on Saturday, and we hope these types of, this type of scheduling at times, prepares us for that short turnaround and being able to put our best out there.
Now, obviously, the Buckeyes, they win their first 6 ball games of the season, so they're getting used to winning. They'll come in here. You beat them up there last year, so they're going to be seeking a little bit of revenge. When you look at them, what do you see?
A team that's more seasoned than last year. They got a couple of younger guys, freshmen that are doing some good things for them, but they also have a lot of guys back that are very dangerous offensively. They always run good systems defensively. They're strong at the X, so that'll be obviously a challenge for us, and excited that we should do better there, which we didn't last year. That's where they were able to mount a comeback in that second half by just controlling the face-off and just getting possession after possession. So we should be able to be more successful there, hopefully. But they're a team that is playing with a lot of confidence, obviously, undefeated to this point, and it'll be excited to get them at our place.
How did this matchup come about? Because it started a few years ago. I don't remember Towson playing Ohio State in years past. How did you get the relationship to start this series and continue it?
Coach Nick Myers and I have known each other, for years, just coaching against, not against each other, but in the coaching ranks and having conversation with each other in regards to, being good for both programs to play against each other, with both programs being very competitive, and always battling to to be, top 10, top 15 teams, and it's a good competitive game, and it's a team that fits well within our schedule, and go from there.
You had the quick turnaround last week from Georgetown to a Wednesday on Loyola. Now you have one day less this time. Hopkins Saturday, Ohio State Tuesday. How does that affect how you prepare for the ball game?
Got to be smart with regards to the physical piece that you're putting on your guys. With only one day of preparation, being on that Monday, as far as a physical day. We'll get out there, we'll run through their systems, understand who's doing what for them. But it really always comes down to, regardless if you got a whole week of preparation or you got a 1 day, 2 day turnaround, really comes down to who you are, and focusing on yourself and making sure that you're playing your best lacrosse, because if they're playing lights out and you're playing lights out, whoever's just that little bit better that day is going to win. If you go out and lay an egg and they're playing average, they're going to beat you. So it's kind of, yes, you got to understand what they need, what they're going to do and who's doing it for them, but really for us it's trying to be our best, and every day on game day and putting it out there and execute as best we can.
Style-wise, how do the three teams in this stretch differ? Hopkins, Ohio State, Denver.
Ohio State and Denver have some Canadian flair to them, so they're a little bit more box lacrosse style. Not that I want to peg that, exactly how they play. They do flow well. They got guys that are dangerous behind the cage, controlling the ball at X. But they can be very physical dodgers. They're very skilled. All three teams are very skilled offensively. Defensively, all three teams are very sound and fundamental, which is, I think what you want out of a defense. You want those guys to be dialed in, all six guys working together, and all three of them play very good system defense. The other thing, Hopkins, maybe out of the three, is maybe the poorest in regards to face-off percentage right now, but you're looking at Ohio State being one of the better ones, Denver definitely being a great face-off guy in Baptiste. So they're all strong there as well. So, three very strong teams, similar styles defensively, and then offensively, all can be explosive, but a little bit different in regards to how they do that.
Does that help you when you get into conference play, that you've played these teams and there are nuances in how they play the game? Because you'll see that through the 5 games in the CAA.
We hope so. That's a bit of the strategy with making your non-conference schedule, is you want to obviously put yourself in position to play good competition and be successful in those games. But you also, obviously the conference is huge, for the CAA, and being able to earn those wins is not easy. So you want to play teams that prepare you for what you might see as far as a level of competition, as well as, systems. And we've seen quite a bit of different things over the course of our season so far. And, to finish up the non-conference segment, we'll continue to prepare us for CAA games.
And the Tigers will take on the Buckeyes 7 o'clock on Tuesday night. I'll have the call along with my sidekick, Hunter Lochte, on TowsonTigers.com starting at 6:45. Coach, thanks for joining us, and good luck this week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And we thank you, fans, for joining in. As always, we thank you for watching, and as always, go Tigers.